welcome to a very early Manchester Shude Hill. We are back with one hell of a journey, let me tell you this. So, it is currently 8 AM here in Manchester. I'm at Shude Hill bus station waiting on a megabus to arrive that's going to take us to London. And then we're going to travel from London to my favourite place in the world. We're travelling all the way to Nashville, Tennessee. Let's go. So I'm currently living off about 3 hours sleep. I spent last night at my brother Kevin's house with his family, so thank you very much for having me. So we hung out for the day. It was really nice. We got a takeaway and chilled, and then I slept on the couch, but I don't know if it was the excitement or maybe a little bit of nervousness maybe, but I didn't sleep. I slept well, I just didn't sleep enough. I was up online looking at things to do and just kind of getting in the mood, getting all excited really. But as you can maybe tell, we've got a new camera. So yesterday I went to Argos and I bought a power bank for this trip. And the Insta360, I love it. It's an amazing camera. It's done me really well. But I kind of thought to myself, you know what? This type of trip, I need something that's going to fit in my pocket, that I can store away dead easy, so I can walk down the high street, go into a couple of bars, and there's going to be no issues. So I bought the DJI Pocket 3 with microphone. And that's what we're using for this trip. And up to yet, I am very impressed with it. It's a great camera. It's a fantastic camera. So I'm currently testing this out. I spent all last night watching videos on it to try and make it, work the best, settings, all that sort of stuff. So I think we got it in a good place. I really do. So I hope you guys like this camera as much as I do. I'm hoping in the edit it comes out better. But yeah, at the moment, I think it looks really good. Right, so what is the plan, I hear you saying? Well, I've actually got a plan this time. So we're getting on the megabus in about 15 minutes time. That's going to take us down to London Euston for roughly half 12. And then we're going to kind of relax in Euston for an hour or two, and then we're going to get the train over to London Heathrow, where I've got a hotel booked for the evening. Now I was going to do like I did last time, which was do the full journey in one day, megabus down in the morning, travel over, get the flight, get over there, yada yada yada. But my good friend Joey P kind of talked me out of it. And Joe knows how I am with these things. He knows I love the carnage. He knows I live for this sort of stuff. But he was like, and he gives great advice, does our Joe. But even he was like, you know what? Maybe just get a hotel. Maybe don't push your luck on this one. And you know what? I agree actually, because we are going to Nashville for an entire month. I am so excited to share with you guys what Nashville has to offer. Like, going there last time, having the time of my life, meeting the people I met. That was the whole reason why I even started vlogging. I came back from Nashville, and a week later I owned all my own vlogging kit. And I was going to vlog last time on my phone, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go and see what it's all about. And I had the greatest time in the world. So this time, I'm taking you back, and I'm going to share stories and memories from the first trip on this trip. But first, we got to get there. So I'm going to go to the bus stand now and wait for the megabus to arrive. and then we'll take it from there. Well, this is a very weird looking megabus, isn't it? So I got to Manchester Shude Hill an hour before my megabus was due to leave for London. And I stood there, time gets closer, time gets closer, time gets closer. I'm looking online, it's like, oh yeah, it's delayed by like 10 minutes. So it comes to 10 minutes after the time, 15 minutes after the time, 20 minutes after the time, still no megabus. So I end up going to like the help stand. Now, if anybody doesn't know, a megabus is this huge blue coach with yellow writing that says megabus on it. It's very hard to miss. And then they told me, oh yeah, no, you've missed the bus. And I was like, how have I possibly missed that bus? And he said, oh, well, it wasn't actually a megabus, it was like a Fisher coach bus. Right? I was supposed to know that. And he said, well, see, the thing is, your number for the coach was M11. I was like, right? He said it had M11 written on it. And I was like, well, you know, a flexibus could have an M11 written on it. You know, a taxi can have an M11 written on it. I'm just going to go and get in it, does it? Do you know what I mean? So I ended up missing the megabus. So I was like, right. So I could have waited another hour and got on the flexibus. But then it's still the thing of it's still a 5.5 hour drive. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a look on Trainline. See, you know, I mean, last time I looked at trains, they were like 200 quid, like 180 quid. So I managed to get online, have a look, and I got on a train for £42. So I've travelled from Manchester Piccadilly, so I had to then walk from Shude Hill to Manchester Piccadilly, which was about a 15-20 minute walk. Just about got the earlier train, which was at 9:30, but I would have had to wait till 10:30, which would have pushed it back even more. So I managed to make the 9:30 train, which has just brought me here, which is Crewe. It's just past Stockport. So I've got to wait until 11:13, and it's currently 10:33. So that's what, about a 45-minute wait now for the next train, which is absolutely fine because I'm going to get to like London for like 1 p.m. So I'm, you know, hours ahead of schedule now because I wasn't supposed to actually get into London until like 2, almost 3 o'clock. So that's made it a lot easier. I still have to get, when I was on the megabus or go on this train, I still would have had to go train from Euston to, well, it would have been Victoria on the bus. But now I'm going to Euston, I still would have had to go train over to London Heathrow. So we're actually ahead of time now. Yeah, it's cost me another 40 quid and a little bit of stress, but we're on the move. Everything's going well so far. The train's run pretty well. I just had a nice little conversation with an old lady that was sat beside me. She saw the size of my suitcase. I've got a suitcase with me this time. She's like, "Oh, are you going somewhere?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm off to Nashville, Tennessee." And she went, "Oh, are you?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, incredible!" So we had a little conversation. It was nice. Nothing crazy, but it was nice. So yeah, up to you. Let's get all the crap out of the way now, and then we can hopefully have a smooth plane ride tomorrow, which is important. Absolute carnage. So we have made it out of London Euston. That was an experience. As you can see in the footage, they announced a train, which I'm guessing half of London was waiting for, and then suddenly they all started like running at me. So it just happened I'd picked up the camera and started recording at that point, and we all saw that. It was like something out of Truman Show. Do I cross? Let's give it a cross. Let's see. Let's try not to die before we get to the hotel. But yeah, so we're now in London. I'm going to walk over to King's Cross to get the train over to Heathrow, and then we should be able to check in from 3 o'clock, and hopefully they've actually listened to my requests and given me a bathtub. I guess we'll find out. I got really lucky with the weather today. It is blue skies. It's a bit chilly, but it's not too bad. If it was raining, today would have been a lot worse of a day. But you know what? We're here. We're actually in London now. I had a bit of a kip on the train, probably about half an hour. So we're on 3.5 hours sleep now. We're almost there. We're almost back up to the 8. So I think it might be time for a coffee. So this whole trip really takes me back. So last time I did this, I did the whole trip in one single day. My flight was a little bit later. I think I was flying out on like the Monday or the Friday, and yeah, it was like during the afternoon. So yeah, I decided I was going to get on the megabus really early in the morning, travel down, get across, and I flew out of Gatwick last time. I didn't fly out of Heathrow, and yeah, everything went as smoothly as possible. Whereas today it's not been so smooth. So I'm kind of glad I give myself that extra day of travel, because it means I'm not having to rush around London now. It means I can just sit in this Costa, enjoy this bite to eat, and talk to you guys. It's such a nice feeling to just be able to sit here for as long as I want, because with the whole travel I've not really actually had time to think about the trip and what we're actually going to be doing. The excitement's not really there just yet, because I knew I had to get today done. Arguably, I think the excitement won't kick in until we've actually landed in Nashville, because the last time I flew out from London, there was a delay, and it was because the person who drives the stairs to the aircraft, when he went to drive the stairs away, he bumped forward, which damaged the plane a little bit, and it meant that we had a 4.5 hour delay. Now, I've got a vehicle waiting in Nashville that needs to be picked up at a certain time. I give myself like an hour buffer, but then after that you start to incur like late fees and stuff. So I'm really hoping tomorrow we get up from the hotel, we get over there, we check in, and we take off smoothly. In an ideal world. Okay, you guys don't want to see me eating and drinking, you guys want to see me travelling. Okay, so you guys sit back, relax, let me mop up here. Got myself a hazelnut mocha, myself a tuna melt, and let me finish up here and we'll get back on the road. Look at this place. Fresh air, I can actually breathe for a minute. Anybody that knows me knows that I am just so easygoing, the most unstressed, unbothered person in the world. But there's one thing that really starts to stress me out, it's London. Let me tell you, like everybody's an animal, absolute animal. So I went to get like shots of like the train stations and the undergrounds, all this. I had no time to do it because everybody's in such a rush, and you're in everybody's way and everybody's in your way that there's no time to actually shoot anything. So I got on this escalator, and I'm not dawdling around, I'm not messing around, but I'm trying to find out where I've got to go. And look, as a big guy, let me tell you, I've done my fair share of shuffling past people. But the rule is, if you're shuffling past somebody, you're the one that moves sideways. Do you know what I mean? Especially when you're shuffling past them from behind. It's like, I can't see anything that's going on behind me. I have this guy who just tries to like barge through me, and
in the interest of safety, parents are advised not to
I'm not trying to be all tough and that, but you know, like, it's kind of tough to move me. I'm a big guy. Barges into me, which I thought was just unnecessary, and then steps on my foot, and didn't even acknowledge the fact that he stepped on my foot. And I was like, there's this phrase called "excuse me, you should try it sometime," and he just ignored me. And I thought, this is the test. This is the test. Like, the juxtaposition between leaving London and getting to Nashville is night and day. It really is, and I can't wait to show that. Because London is just a pain to get around. It really is. Like, everybody like, so it's easy to get around. Like, it's not. It's really not. There's too many people, not enough services. So I've just finished the last train of the day, which is an hour from where we were last time I spoke to you guys to now where we are at the airport in Heathrow. And I've just come up to the first level floor and out into some fresh air. I'm going to take a couple of minutes, just have a breathe, because I've been stuck underground for like the last 10 hours. But I did get to come out, and I did get greeted by this, which is nice. Nice Christmas tree. So, take a minute. Apparently my hotel's just over that way. Fingers crossed it is. Fingers crossed they've actually got a room for me. I'm going to go and book in, and we'll see what the room's like, shall we? Thank the Lord we found the hotel. Okay, I've not seen the room yet, so we're going to check this out together. Where's my card? Okay, here we go. Let it be nice. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Hey. We got a shower. I did ask for a bath. I did ask for a bath in the notes, because it did say that they've got bathrooms, you know, with bathtubs. But alas, it is not meant to be. Right, one thing I didn't notice on that video, which I've just noticed now. Look at this. That is a view. We've literally got a plane that's going to be taking off in a second. Can you see it? Look at that. That's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. You know, it's absolutely wild. I mean, I'm here, all this going on out there, I can't hear a single noise that's going on. Yet I get to stand here and watch everybody go about their lives. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. I'm using this window as a focal point for you guys, because I think what's going on out there is actually really cool as a backdrop. So today has been such a long day. Like, I went to sleep at 3 a.m, which is on me, that's my fault. I got up at 6 a.m, and I've been on the road ever since. It's currently 8:30. I've just had a shower. I feel much cleaner, I feel much more relaxed. I've had a couple of minutes to myself. I've been able to look out this window and watch and just kind of take a breather for a couple of minutes. I just kind of want to reflect on the day. Again, I was going to do all this tomorrow when I had the flight, and I'm really glad I didn't, because today was, it threw everything it had at me, and I'm really, really hoping that tomorrow's a nice, easy day. Just get me to America. That's all I want. I've done, my trials and tribulations today. I have walked through hot coals to get here, but I mean, the view is absolutely worth it. And the hotel staff were fantastic as well. I rock up, she's dead lovely. They took 50 quid for a deposit, which I was like, okay, obviously I'm not going to damage anything, so I'll get that straight back. They do room service, which I'm going to get a little bit later on tonight. Have a real sit down, have a relax, probably speak to my family, speak to my friends before I head out tomorrow. But I do want to reflect on how lucky I am. I am aware that, I'm currently stood in a hotel watching this, looking at this, and I'm flying out to America tomorrow. I'm very thankful. I am really thankful. I'm thankful that I've got people waiting on the other side for me as well, and I've had 4 offers by 4 different people to pick me up from the airport, which is absolutely, it's beautiful. It really is. It's fantastic. So with that, I think we're going to call it a night. I think I'm going to relax. I think I'm going to do a little bit of editing. I'm going to make sure that all my paperwork and information is correct for tomorrow. I'm going to breathe. And I'm going to see you all in the morning for when we fly out to Nashville, Tennessee, baby. Let's go. I'm so excited. Good morning from London Heathrow. So I didn't film much this morning. Well, I didn't film anything this morning. This is the first video. And that's purely because I wanted to just get through customs, get through security with the bags and all that sort of stuff. Just get it out of the way, and then I didn't have to stress for the rest of the day. So I got up a little bit later than I really wanted to. But, I got the train over here. It was about 6 minutes. And I walk in, and it's a computer screen. So I've got a computer screen, put in my boarding pass, which it scans on my phone. It says, you've checked in, continue to the next area. So I continue to the next area. And from there, it was another computer screen which scanned the QR code on my boarding pass, asked for my passport, printed out the ticket for my carry-on, my check luggage, which I put the label over it to tell the person whoever's stealing my bag where it's going. And it said, right, go to security. I went to security, walk up, put everything in the basket, scanned myself, they let me through, I took my bits, and that was me. It took me all in all about 12 minutes. So I had like 3 hours then where I really wasn't doing much. So I got a breakfast at Wetherspoons, and then I've just finished talking to my dad on the phone. And I thought I'd shoot a few little bits here. My gate has just opened, which is like 10B or something like that. So we're going to go and have a wander over to the gate now. We've still got over an hour before we take off. And it's really weird because on the boards, I don't have a gate, but then you put the flight number into Google, and Google's like, yeah, you're at 10B. So Google somehow knows where I need to be before the airport does. So I'm kind of holding off. I'm going to wait until 25 past, and it's currently 12 minutes past for the board to then tell me where we're going. And then I'll actually head over there, and then that should be us for the flight then. So I'm at the gate now. I have been sat down for about 10-15 minutes, and the amount of southern accents I can hear now is making me genuinely so happy. Like, that southern accent to me is the greatest accent on God's green earth, let me tell you. I heard something about the flight. I think there might possibly be a bit of a delay. I'm going to go and have a little wander now and have a look. But there's nothing on Google.
Nashville on VA223, who will need some special assistance. And with babies, please make your way to gate number 10B for boarding. We also would like to call upon passengers in group number 0 and group number 1 to make your way to gate number 10B in preparation for boarding.
Okay, there isn't a delay. They were asking for priority people to step up. Okay, that's fantastic. She's just answered it live on the video. Very good. So this will be the last time I use this camera until I get to Nashville. So I'm going to put it in my hand luggage and forget about it now until we get over there. But I'm going to film the takeoff on my phone. You'll see all that because I've got the window seat. And then you'll see me in roughly about 12 hours time. And let's see if I look the same. Made it all the way to Nashville, Tennessee. It took 9.5 hours and I felt every single minute of it. But we're finally here. It's just gone 5 o'clock in the evening. And look at this. Look at the decor. Bit of Jimi Hendrix, the ice hockey, Nashville Preds. It's great. So I'm waiting for the baggage area to free up so I can get my bag when it gets delivered. And then we've got to go into customs and go through all that. And then I've got to go and pick up the vehicle, which is a surprise. I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet until we get there. And then we've got to get over to the Airbnb. The hosts, Brian and Heather, have actually come from out of state into Nashville to meet me because I'm like the first Brit that they've ever Airbnb'd to, which is kind of nice of them really, but they just want to show me around, make sure that I'm comfortable, I know what the crack is, all this and that. So we've got a couple of jobs to do and then I've got to figure out what I'm going to eat tonight. I'm starving. But we're here in Nashville, Tennessee. Look at this. Okay, quite a lot has happened since the last time I spoke to you guys. When I last left you, we were in the airport and I had to go through customs, so obviously I wasn't filming that because I can't. And I rock up and the guy is called like Sergeant Sanchez, and he's the one that's kind of checking me into the country, you know, asking me the questions, all this and that. Now, I usually say say first, think second. So I'm talking to him, just having a chin wag, and he's a really lovely guy. And, you know, what do you do for a living? I said, oh, you know, I work in the film and TV industry, or anything that I've watched. I said, House of Dragons. And he goes, yep. And I was like, oh, cool. So, you know, kind of broke the ice a little bit. And he's like, right, do you have any foods on you? I was like, no, sir. Like, do you have any tobacco on you? No, sir. Do you have any alcohol on you? No, sir. And he goes, where have you stored the drugs? Now, me being me, without hesitation, I reply and I go, oh, don't you worry, they are deep inside. And he stops laughing. And his face goes, oh, really? And I swear on the Lord's name, the world stopped for a moment. And I was like, oh no. And he starts laughing and he goes, oh, you know what? I can always have a little bit of a joke with you British. And I was like, whoo! I was like, I really need to be careful what I say. He's like, no, you're good, you're good. He's like, most Americans, they just kind of like block up and get worried, where I kind of thought I'd have a bit of banter with you. And he was absolutely classy. He's like, well, welcome to the United States of America. Have a great trip and enjoy Christmas. I was like, awesome, absolutely awesome. I was like, right, let's not do that again, because that was really silly. So I go through the airport and I go and get my car. I've ordered a vehicle, which I was going to show in this video, but it'll now be the next video. But because they didn't have my vehicle in, they've given me a temporary vehicle. And it's a really nice Jeep. I mean, you'll see it in the next video, because I'll show you what it looks like and then we'll be driving it, but I'll be taking it back in the next video to get the vehicle that I actually want. So they kind of came at me. I'd been waiting around for like 25, 30 minutes. And the guy who was dealing with me comes over and he says, right, I'm really sorry that you've had to wait so long. Thanks so much for dealing with us. He's like, what I've done is I've comped your gas. So when you get a vehicle and you rent it, you have to bring the fuel tank back full. He's comped that for me. He said it's only about $80. It's not an awful lot, but at least it's something. I was like, oh, that's really nice of you. Thank you so much. I didn't mind waiting. He's like, no, you've been great. There's been a few people today that have been, you know, a bit rough with us. So it's nice that you've not, you know, kind of added to that. I was like, yeah, of course not. So he's comped my gas for me, which is really nice. So I take the sheet and I go to, they're called Alamo. So I go to the Alamo desk and they said, we don't have any vehicles for you, the ones that you want. I was like, right, okay. So they were like, what about this one? And I was like, I'll wait. And he's like, you're going to be waiting about an hour. And I was like, I'll wait, I don't mind. And he goes, I suggest you take this one. And I was like, well, I don't want it. I was like, it's not what I paid for. It's not what I want for this trip. And he's only a young lad, but he's getting a little bit with me. And this guy comes over the radio who's driving the vehicle. And he's like, is he having this? I suggest he take it. I said, well, can I take it for a couple of days and then bring it back and then you swap it out for the vehicle that I actually want? He's like, yeah, we can do that for you. So I was like, okay, great. I'll get out your hair. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to add to you or anything like any, you know, add any stress to you, but I did order the vehicle I ordered and you're not able to give it me. That's kind of on you guys. So that's why I was going to show you guys the vehicle in the airport when I was collecting it, because the one I actually wanted and the one I got were two different ones. But at this point, the Airbnb hosts had been waiting for like 3 hours. So Heather and Brian are the owners of this and they Airbnb it out. And they are fantastic human beings. Straight off the bat, I just want to get out that they are fantastic human beings. The entire time I've had to deal with them over Airbnb and talking, they've been nothing but helpful. So shout out to Heather and Brian. Thank you guys for everything that you've done. So I rock up and the guy had said to me, the keys are in the Jeep, you can take it. And it's a stop-start engine. You can only start if the keys are in it. Well, I drove over here and I could not find the keys. So I messaged him on Airbnb and I was like, I need your help. I don't know what I'm looking for with the keys. So Brian's looking, I'm looking, we're looking at all the compartments, we can't find it. It's raining. Turns out I was sat on them. That was the first image they got of me, was me going, I can't find the keys, and I was sat on them. And I was like, here comes this Brit, you know, throwing it around, and he's an idiot, and they laughed and all that, and, you know, it was chill. So we came up, and I want to show you guys this Airbnb, okay? This is what you're greeted with, okay? As you you've got a nice little reclining chair here, nice couch here, big TV. Shout out for the big TV. With this software, where they put in the date that I'm leaving, and any passwords or accounts that are on that TV automatically get wiped, which is a great idea. Great idea. Moving on over here, robot vacuum cleaner. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Okay, so we'll move over into the kitchen area here. Nice fridge, freezer. He had to show me what a garbage disposal was, because I had one last time I came over, but I don't know what the Yanks use a garbage disposal for. You run the water, you flip the switch, and basically really sharp things start being sharp. And essentially what it is, it's for when you're cutting up vegetables and some drop in there, you can just turn that on and it'll just grind them up and send them through. And I was like, don't have them in the UK at all, no idea, so I'll use that very sparingly. Coffee machine, sick. Air fryer, they've just put this in today for me. So, what do you call it? One of them. So they've just put that in today. That's what they were doing whilst I was travelling over, which is really nice of them. So yeah, huge shout out for that. Thank you very much. Dishwasher. Spices. All the spices in the world. Look at that. That's top. Gas oven. Sick. Bedroom. Nice big double bed. Awesome. Memory foam mattress. Comfortable as anything. Same as living room. Big TV. Same software. Deletes anything, which is mint. Got a bit of storage there. Show you the bathroom area. You walk in here. I can do my makeup. Look at this. I like this mirror. What is going on, everybody? Nice shower going on there. Got a bath going on here, which is nice. Then they say, we've got you a little bit of something because you've travelled, the stuff you won't have even thought about. Look at the basket of goodies that they bought me, which is just so nice of them, so nice of them. You know, it's just shaving cream and razors, nail files, cleaning creams, bath salts, plasters, you name it, it's in there. And they've just chucked that in there for me, which I thought, you know, you didn't have to do. They really didn't have to do. They're the loveliest people, the loveliest people. I mean, I will link the Airbnb to this video 100%, because anybody who wants to come to Nashville for more than 30 days, come here, because I stayed on Broadway last time, which was great. It was stupid expensive, but it was my first time travelling. I thought I'm going to do the whole shebang. But there was times where you could still hear the noise and the lights of it all and stuff like that. Where this is a 10-minute walk from Broadway, but you're in what's called Germantown, so you're out of the hustle and bustle. It's the real Nashville. It's awesome. Now I want to show you guys. Oh, I'm just going to show you. I got a balcony with a view of Nashville. Look at this. Are you kidding me right now? I get to sit here every single night and relax. Now there are lights up here that you plug in, but with it raining and being a bit cold tonight, they've not put them on, which is fair enough. I'll wait for a nice night because it is drizzly a bit tonight. But this is where I get to sit every night and look out across Nashville, Tennessee. I'm made up. I'm absolutely made up. I'm speechless. I really am speechless. Like the interaction I've just had with them two, and the interaction with the guy who, you know, is comping my gas, and I'm getting emotional. I'm gonna cry. Like I said this to him when they showed me the basket of goodies. I was like, it's been a long day. I'm tired. I'm gonna get emotional, and I'm gonna cry. I'm so happy to be back. I can't even tell you. I'm so happy to be back. This is my home. It really, Nashville, Tennessee, is my home. I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna go and get myself washed up and changed and ready, and I'm gonna go and make some friends. So I will see you guys very, very soon for the next video. But we've made it to Nashville. We've made it.